Welcome in, everybody. I'm Joey. Do you want to know what sucks more than getting kicked in the balls repeatedly? Starting from the back in Forza Motorsport. This absolutely sucks. It seems like everyone is out to hit you, except for that guy that just ghosted, fortunately, and I get a free position out of it. Love it, but for the most part, it's just an absolute disaster starting back here, and here's exactly why, okay? We are 7.6 seconds into this race, might I show you right there, and we have 1, 2, 3 racing gods pointing in the wrong direction. Just love to see it. Clearly, the skills in this game just keep getting better and better from the group. And here's some guy who thought he was playing Call of Duty, making a montage out here. Here's a little replay cam sponsored by the World Health Organization, because while you thought COVID was the biggest threat going around right now, stupid is also going around and everybody's catching it. This lobby it's spreading in here. It's spreading. I'm probably going to catch it. I pretty much already have, actually, because, well, I nearly murdered a guy back there, pushed him into a wall. This guy must have been his buddy, because he came across the track and smacked into me, and somehow I get slapped with 3/10 of horse crap. Deserved horse crap. Deserved, very much so. But anyways, the whole point of this video is we're going to start from the back and just see all the shenanigans that is going to go on. We've already made it up into a top 10 position here, but we've already seen some absolute disgusting driving, and the next 3 races we'll also see some more disgusting driving. This stuff just makes me think that there is no such thing as a skill rating. I think they're just like giving you numbers, and every time you do somewhat alright, they give you an extra point just to make you feel really good and joyful about yourself. But it means absolutely nothing. I've been getting some good races when I start towards the front, and I pushed that guy wide into a wall, and then he's been spun around. Dude, I don't know, the road turned into me, and then I turned into him. It wasn't my fault. But like I was saying, I've been getting good races when I start towards the front, but in the back, it is disgusting. I swear, skill ratings, safety ratings mean nothing back here. Everyone back here is probably an E, and everyone up front is an S. And I thought what the whole matchmaking thing was to make sure that, you know, higher ratings stuck with each other and the low ratings were in their own lobbies too. And in some past videos, I have mentioned that, you know, I think the safety ratings are doing a pretty good job. Well, that is because I didn't do this science experiment yet. And, well, let's just say my opinions are changing. Alright, anyways, I digress. Lap 3, we are in a top 6 position. A group of 3 guys up front. Second place seems to be building a bit of a gap. In first place, an even bigger gap. Well, fifth place just came across the track. I tried to avoid him on the right side. I go off, and apparently I got an illegal pass for that and a 1.4 second penalty. Ironically, there's the flying dildo turn 10 just stuck right up my behind as we finish lap 4. Fast forwarding just a tiny bit here, we've got a guy coming back off the wall, and I narrowly missed him, showing you how to avoid collisions right there. Not normally do I show you how to do that on this channel, but right there you did. There's another collision. That guy just got spun like a ceiling fan. Well done, sir. Love to see it, and we got a great bunch of positions out of that. We are now on a podium. We are top 3 right now. Going under the Rolex sign, we'll skip forward. Lap 5 here. Coming up on the penultimate corner, and there was the leader. There was the leader, spun out in the sand, so the sand turned into him, and yeah, I was laughing at him a little bit, can't lie there. And I shouldn't have been, because, well, karma's a bitch, as it always is. Tapped the wall, and I've done a Tony Hawk wall grind, I guess. Is that what they were called? I honestly can't remember. It's been a while since I played. Great game, though. Great game. So I got you both lessons in collision avoidance and how to botch a podium position. We do have a chance, though. I can't say I botched it yet. Still lap 6, final corner. We're alongside Big Honey Nuts, and it's not going to be a podium finish. We've got 2.5 seconds of penalties. He's only got 1 second. Whether we passed him or not, it was a lost cause. That's where we're going to finish. 4th place, gain of 16 spots, and did we get the fastest lap? We did, but ours was dirty, so kind of. Not really. Panster there, also climbing 16 positions. Love to see it. Also starting from the back. Some good stuff there. We move over. to Mid-Ohio for some more shenanigans in the BMW Spec Hopper here. It's the old M3, and it likes oversteer. Not quite as much as a Formula Drift car, but it's getting pretty close. So here we go, around turn 1. We've got an orange M3 on our right side, and on our left, we've got some guy spinning out, another guy spinning out in front, about 4 geniuses off mowing the lawn on the outside. I guess that makes sense, though, because you probably would want to mow the lawn outside rather than inside. You know, I think if I've learned anything from my father over the years, it was mowing the lawn should be outside, not inside. So there's a life lesson for you. We're all about the lessons today in this episode for some reason. Don't know why, but, you know, I don't have a whole lot of knowledge, but what I have, I will give. So we find ourselves in 9th place here at Mid-Ohio, born unready, trying to get up our left side. Clearly he was born ready because he was ready to make that move. I do net out positive there as I gained a couple positions on some guys moving a little slowly. Now we'll try it up the inside of born unready as we're coming up on the end of the lap, dropping down into 3rd gear to the left, running over the curb. Taken pretty nicely, but you saw a bit of that oversteer right there as we were coming out of the corner. Our friend up here is also learning a little bit about what oversteer is, getting up on the curb, losing traction, and, well, he tried to go up the inside, and, well, yeah, nice one, dumbass. So we eventually catch up to 5th place here. He leaves some space on the inside, putting the M3 right into that space and taking the top 5 position. We'll fast forward to lap 3, and Monkey Matrix up here, well, he thinks he's in the Matrix. He's just swerving all over the place, dodging bullets. Didn't dodge me, he hit me, pushed me wide. Lost probably about a second from that, so we'll try to catch back up to him and see if we can get this move done. Still struggling from all that oversteer, clearly. Here's turn 9, and it's a really good overtaking corner. Lots of people will drift out wide to carry as much speed through the corner as possible, and while Monkey Matrix didn't like me tapping him and going for the overtake there because he's flipped me like a McDonald's hamburger and, well, just run away like an angry toddler, and he's now made it my mission to catch back up to him. So I was gonna smash him off, but his sweaty left thumb must have fell off the left stick and drifted wide, so I got right in front of him, and, well, he was right behind me now, but after this, never saw him again. Got in front of Born Unready, who provided a little bit of protection through turn 1 here for us, although he did go very far up the inside and around. I guess that wasn't the end of us seeing Mr. Matrix, because he's just pushed the guy behind us off the track, bumped into me, and somehow I'm the one that winds up with the half a second penalty. Half a second penalty. The system's broken. I sound like a damn politician, but the system's broken, damn it. And with your vote, I'm gonna fix it. Sam Bankman-Fried will run my campaign fundraiser, so should go well. Anyways, we gained 15 spots in this one, up into 4th place, so another 4th place. Loving that spot, apparently. And this time around, I've switched out of the M3 Spec Hopper and into Forza GT, and, well, I was pointing your gaze to that guy's front left tire, who, for whatever reason, decided to cut across the track right at the beginning to hit me. No idea who this guy is. I didn't have any run-ins with him during practice, but quite the defensive play from him, I gotta say. This time, though, choosing to respond with violence. However, I completely failed to spin him out. We've got a couple people spinning out up here, though, so totally makes up for it. The Corvette actually helped that other guy around. But it's always a good time when the top right-hand corner of your screen is just filled with overtake XP. It feels better than getting a quadruple kill in Call of Duty. It really does. The first couple corners at Indy just never fail. As you can see, what, we're like 3-4 corners in, 9th place. Typical stuff here in the damp, which has clearly thrown a couple people off their game, just like this guy in the Shell-sponsored vehicle here, who, well, it's not a vehicle anymore. You know what it is. Time to take the Shell sponsorships off and throw the John Deere ones on there. Currently, we're trying to track down Lovin' Your Mom in the BMW here, so I guess I'll just call him Daddy. Daddy in the BMW. And hey, if you made it this far in the video, best Yo Mama jokes in the comments. I want to read those. I need to re-up my supply of Yo Mama jokes. But as you just saw right there, Daddy has drifted away out of our lives. Ironic, isn't it? I'll remember this cold, damp night in Indianapolis for the rest of my life. It's completely ruined my childhood. But I must move on. I must be strong. So the sit rep here is, we're sitting in 7th place out of 19 guys, and it is lap 3. So the strategy that I'm on is the hard tire on to soft tires. So the thinking is, the hard tires are going to last me about 8 laps. And the soft tires are going to last me about 2.5, but I should gain a good amount of time during those 2.5 laps. From what I've seen, most people do the medium, so 2 sets of medium tires. It's all one stop. It's just going to depend on your tire choice here. So we're doing something different. Hopefully, it'll give us a little bit of an edge, but we'll just have to wait and see. So around we go, the long right-hander, and this turn 12 is a motherfucker, and I love your mom would agree. I've gone deep. This guy in the Audi has gone totally deep. We're lucky to gain a position out of it, and 6th place momentarily popping up at the bottom of our screen, so he's very close behind, only about half a second. He does have 9/10 of penalties, though, and will pass a guy entering the pits up into 4th place, and then another guy in the pits as well, so that's going to give us 3rd. Skipping to lap number 4, there's 2nd place in the pits, and there is a guy in front of him. That's our leader, also getting a new set of tires. That's somehow going to put us in the lead, guys. 2nd and 3rd place are also staying out, so they're either extending the life on those medium tires, or, oh, there goes 3rd place in the pits, so never mind. 2nd place is staying out, though, so he's either extending the life on those medium tires, or he is on the hard tires with me, and that's just a sad sight to see, isn't it? Lapping the guy who hit me at the start of the race after he's crashed it at turn 2. I just feel so bad for him. Don't you guys just feel so bad for him? Eat shit. So it's lap 7 now, and this is where I'm starting to think about hitting. The hard tires look good, and they could probably go another lap or 2, but I want to maximize the time that I can gain on those soft tires, and my thinking is they can go 2.5 laps. I could probably get 3, and then after that they'll just be totally useless. So let's pit this lap and see what happens. Let's be honest with each other though. Pit stops, we do change our tires, okay, but they're more for having a few sips of beer, if anything. It's less about the tires and more about getting a beer break in, enjoying our quick sips of performance-enhancing drugs, and then getting back out onto the track. So here we go, on into the pits. The gentleman in the Acura garage doing an absolutely fantastic job for the team there, getting us back out on our soft tires, and we are in 4th place. The new leader, Marksman, who was behind us before we went into the pits, did not go in with us, so he's about 18 seconds ahead. It'll be interesting to keep an eye on when he ends up going in and how long he tries to go. That Bentley back there goes flying off the track, so quickly back up into the podium, which is very good news. We're on soft tires. I can't imagine we'll be losing positions right now, so really the only way to go is up. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. Going up the inside of the BMW, I would imagine he's probably struggling on some tires right there, and what we're looking at is about a 15.5 second gap to 1st place now, and I'm in 2nd, so it's all about catching 1st place, and I was hoping for a massive battle, except he ended up pitting at the end of lap 9, and we got 1st place. So no epic battle of epic proportions, but we did get the win from the back. I don't think we were quite in last place, but we were back there pretty far, and I think at one point we probably were in last after we got smashed into the wall by that irrelevant Corvette. And here are the times, making up 18 spots, and if you noticed it, the penalties were pretty much non-existent for the top 10. But I imagine down the list, it probably got a little worse. Alright, let's finish off this GT3 Brain Cells left tour with a stop in Italy for a beautiful race at Mugello. And, well, the beauty has started. Half the grid has wiped out before we got to the first turn. This guy's turned around, ghosted out. I'm trying to go up the inside of a Bentley, but we're both pinned to the grass. What a start. It's just typical. I guess if you're expecting the nuke to go off in the back every single time, then you can kind of plan your route around it. Now, you can't do that every time. I think I've just gotten pretty lucky the past 4 races, but if you plan on Armageddon, you'll probably gain about 10 spots. I haven't planned on it here. Lambo and the Acura end up getting into it, and unfortunately, I'm on the inside, getting pushed off the track into the grass, losing a couple of positions, but it's all okay because we're right next to a guy named Ashy Weenus in 16th place. He wins. Even if he loses the race, he wins. He's got the best gamer tag in the lobby, possibly on the game. I mean, Ashy Weenus is just the ultimate threat to Microsoft because they can't ban him. It sounds dirty. The name sounds dirty. Ashy Weenus. That's dirty. But it's not. It's completely clean. Well played, Ashy Weenus. Well played. Some more good plays going on up front. This Corvette has just managed to knock both of his adversaries out of the race, pushing the GT wide through the first corner, and then the Lambo up my inside, but we get tangled. A little bit of Forza glue. I don't think that was his fault at all. I get pushed, suck up some grass for a little bit, get back on the track to battle it out with this Acura, who I've tried to pin to the inside, but he's got what looks to be superior grip in that thing, and I'll just have to accept my 14th place for now and continue on. So the leader is about 13 seconds ahead. No surprise there. He's built up quite the gap. We've been fighting a bit back here and losing a lot of time. Coming through the chute, that massive wing, giving me just about the downforce of Lizzo right there to get around the Acura. The Ford GT slowing us up a bit, but back onto the power after a little bit of contact. The Corvette off into the Sandalo beach vacation. Then no, I pushed the Ford GT. I barely pushed him though. Lambo back on the track, creating some fucking carnage. Now, I've watched that collision back with that Ford GT a couple of times, and I honestly don't know what happened. We were both turning in. The contact wasn't super strong, and somehow he just springboarded off my car. I mean, the collision physics, I mean, those are broken too, right? When you're in doubt, just put the blame on the developers. It's nice and easy. So, end of lap 4, coming into the pits, getting another round of medium tires, and coming out in 15th place. So, clearly, this race has been a bit of a struggle. Going for a pass on a different Ford GT, but interestingly, I get punted into the sand. It was a different Ford GT, so I don't really know what was happening there, but I think I've just pissed off the entire Ford GT community. None of them are happy with me after I murdered their brethren in cold blood. They're all protesting the channel now. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Fast forwarding down the straight, I'm going for a pass on that same Ford GT, so I gotta say I was shaking in my boots, a little nervous, especially since we're coming up on a very sharp turn 1, which I go pretty deep into, but luckily no collision from behind. I managed to live another day. By the end of lap 9, my tires were just about as dead as the dinosaurs, and these Vipers were also dealing with some pretty dead tires as well. Looking for the cutback on the first one there, getting that move done, and we can start to reel in the Viper numero dos. And yeah, 2 stints of medium tires, probably not the best option for this track. I'm realizing it probably would have been best to go hard soft like we did at Indy, but not what we did. Tried something different, getting another cutback on Viper number 2, and that's where the race is gonna end, and the video as well. So I won't recommend starting from the back, but I will say if you want to have a good time, try to avoid a bunch of geniuses crashing into each other or possibly join them, then yeah, go ahead and do it. It was a pretty darn good time. Definitely enjoyed my time doing it. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please do what all the YouTubers tell you to do at the ends of videos, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Alright, bye everybody.